Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. You're never the only one who still hasn't confessed something to their parents.
I'm so excited.
Weed was a gateway drug to ending up in a crack den, darling.
Did he say that?
Yeah, and I decided to tell him that I'd been doing hard drugs for years and never once smoked weed. And anyway, next thing I know, we're in a threesome.
Oh my God, with the ball man with the big watch. Welcome to You're Never the Only One, where we pretend that we're experts on something just because it's relatable.
Yeah.
When actually it's just something we were just complaining about in the group chat. So buckle up while we analyse it like it's world news. Today I'm joined by the wonderful Kat Sims, who despite having over 300,000 followers, numerous TV and radio interviews about her new book, in case we hadn't mentioned it, and shamelessly campaigning, she still didn't manage to get a PR invite to Wimbledon yet again this year. She claims to love the sport herself, but the only backhand I've seen her deliver well are her backhanded compliments.
It's good.
It's good?
Actually, my backhand's pretty good. I used to be a tennis county player.
I know, I've heard.
Thanks, Emma, for that heartwarming and love-filled intro, reminding me that the closest I'm going to get to Wimbledon this year is your purple hair and my green dress.
How's my purple hair got anything to do with Wimbledon? What have I missed?
Do we need to explain it?
Purple?
What are the colours of Wimbledon?
I don't know. I'm not into it.
Oh, well, that doesn't sound like a me problem. That sounds like a you problem. The colours are purple and green.
Okay.
I don't think you have to be into Wimbledon to know that the colours are purple and green. Did you know the colours were purple and green? Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
Yes.
What?
It's Emma Nicolay, everyone. The girl who puts the cunt into country living. I know, I've tried not to. I was like, do I use it? Do I not use it?
It's your best.
It is.
You might have peaked.
Yeah. Well, I was like, I don't know
it's
if I
your
can use
best.
it because a minute, YouTube, swearing, all the rest of it, but I thought it's as good as it's going to get.
I love it. And
good,
with
isn't
all
it?
the shit like me not knowing about Wimbledon colours, we might just get past that minute and still get cunt in.
Yeah.
Hey! Thank you so much for that, Kat.
Ooh,
Right, so
I've just turned my page over. It's quite a big picture there.
It's a big picture. I'm still learning how to scale.
It's like, have you seen those memes though? Those TikToks and things where it's like it's like a guy who's standing normally.
Yeah.
And then he's like, you've put an image into a Word document, and then he's suddenly like that.
Yeah. My favourite one is the one where they've got inside my mum's phone and it's like kind of the fonts are like huge,
Oh, yeah.
you know, like stuff like that.
Honestly.
Okay, right. So the reason that you have an image in front of you right now, Kat, is because I wanted to show you. I put something out on my stories after last time we were recording because I realised what I do with you is I don't know whether this is why I said to you I really wish I could get some like microdosing of that ADHD medicine because like I sometimes struggle to kind of focus.
You can, by the way, it's called speed.
I struggle to focus as it is anyway. So I'm one of those people where people will kind of be talking and introduce themselves and I'm so busy focusing on how I'm coming across to them and whether they're going to like me. I'm
Self-centered fear.
Yeah.
That's what we call that.
No idea what their name is. Couldn't remember from Adam, okay? When I'm on this with you,
Yeah.
sometimes I'm trying so hard to focus on what you're talking about when it's your topic.
Even though it's really interesting.
No, but that's the thing. It's my processing speed.
And you're also like, I'm going to have to respond.
Exactly, because last week I was thinking I'm just sat here staring because I was enjoying it and I was listening to it, but I didn't have enough time to kind of masticate it in my brain to then come back and kind of have any kind of back and forth conversation. And I think then I started thinking I'm just sat here looking at her staring. I don't think I've said anything in a while. Do I even need to be? Why am I here? And then by that point I'm like, shit, she's still talking, and I've lost what you were talking about, and I just was like, oh, and I left feeling a little bit disheartened with my performance.
Well, funnily enough, though, because I came out of I know which pop record, and I was like, that was a cracking episode, and you were like, really? I thought it was really bad. I was like, no, it's cracking.
Because it's all about me, Kat. That's
all about you.
You are consistently brilliant, my love, honestly. And
I don't know. I don't know about that. Today might be the day where I crash and burn.
Well, that would be the universe helping me out. But I would have to say, like, I just find, and I know I sound like I'm sucking your ass here, but I'm not. I'm just genuinely
Suck away.
Suck away. Because I feel very... I remember the first time we piloted together and we spoke about doing the podcast, and I said this to you. I find you're so well read, you're very eloquent. You're like... So sometimes I just think I haven't really got much
but you need to stop this nonsense.
No, I know. But what I'm saying is there's also an element to this about how I learn.
Right, got it.
And so
Which is bringing us back to the point.
To the giant
The
image.
big image here.
So basically what we have in front of us right now are the different ways that people learn. And I go back to when I worked in a pub, and they were trying to teach me the till. And I just couldn't get it. And in the training, they would be like, and everyone else was getting it. And then it was the manager there that just said to me, stop getting down about it. Once you start using it, you'll be fine. And actually repetitively using it, he said, because people learn different. I've never heard this before. Never had they said this in school. The whole time where I'd sat there and struggled through school, that there's many different ways, but the three main ways that people learn, it's either they're auditory, so they hear it and they can take it on board and they can remember it. Visually, they see it being performed for them and they can copy it.
Or they like mind maps and things like that for revision notes. Yeah. Really good for visual learners.
Exactly. And then kinesthetic is the other one. So that is doing it. I'm definitely a doing it person. Once I've learnt it, I won't forget it. You know, that it's in. So I put it out there to the peeps on Instagram, and I asked them what kind of learners they are. And it was really interesting to hear that actually, out of all of them, only 3% were auditory, that can listen. So I felt like, oh, okay, so...
Yeah, I think that's quite normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually 57% were like me and have to do it hands-on, and 40% were visual.
I would say...
What are you? I feel like you're a mix of auditory and visual.
I'd say I'm a mix of all three, honestly.
You told me a podcast to listen to a book to listen to. You know that we
Ultra
about the
processed
Manjaro.
people.
Yeah, and I was like, right, I'm on it. I really want to listen to this. She said it would really help. So the minute I drove back home, I put it on Audible. I nearly drove off the road. I can't listen to that many words.
So you do have to sort of. There's definitely some I'll try again. There's definitely some scientific bits that do kind of, I don't let myself trip over them. But then you get used to him. But once you get into it, the way he conveys that information is really listenable too. But so stick with it.
Okay.
Stick with it.
Because I couldn't get past the...
Go on, you do it. She knows.
Preface?
No, not even close.
Face?
No?
Preface?
Yes. Yeah. That's interesting. I think I'm a mixture of all three, but I do remember, for me, when I was like revising for exams, I became fucking expert at note taking. I'd sit and I had to take notes of everything. Some people would just sit there and listen and write down key points.
Yeah.
I would like pages and pages and pages.
Yeah.
Because as I wrote it, it went in.
Right.
So I guess that's a little bit kinesthetic because I'm doing it.
Yeah.
But then I'm listening as well.
Right.
And in fact, when I was doing exams and I would have to remember an answer, I would remember where I'd written it on the page.
Can you remember?
I'd visualise, I'm like, oh, that's where I wrote that on that page.
Do you ever like watch a film and suddenly realise you've watched it before? Do you know you've definitely watched a film? Like I can watch a film and then, obviously not within the same week, but not long after, I can get halfway through and go, this is familiar, I've watched this.
No.
I've done it with a book as well.
I can't ever read books twice.
I mean, this is what I'm saying. Is there something wrong with
me? Although
I
do think now I'm getting to this age, there are definitely things where I can do that twice. Like there are certain documentaries now, because I've watched all the documentaries. So there are certain ones that I can go back to and go, I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
But I think that's come with age.
Right.
I can't bear the idea that I'm wasting time watching or listening or reading something I've already read. Or, that's
but I don't realise I'm reading it again.
Well, that's weird, isn't it?
I know. And what's been going on with you?
Well, my eldest, who's 11, she's starting secondary school in September. I've got really squeaky bum about it.
Why?
Because high school, my high school obviously was boarding school, so it's quite contained. I mean, it was miserable, but it wasn't always miserable, but it was hard. I just, when you're like, I just don't want her to go through that. But she went to a workshop day yesterday, which is all year sevens get invited in for the day. They meet their form group, they do activities and stuff. She came back and she was buzzing.
Yeah.
She had a great time. She did make me buy her a new bag for it though, because year 6 Billy was really into like Korean high school stuff and Japanese
She's
bits.
into anime, all that
So
kind of thing.
So she had like one of those really cute leather satchels.
Yeah.
But she like realised that this probably wasn't the vibe.
Yeah.
So she said, Mummy, please get me just a black like Nike backpack.
Right.
And part of me was like my mum, which would have been, no, you asked for this bag and you're going to take that bag.
Yeah.
And then the other part of me was like, do you know what? This is not the time to be character building.
Yeah.
Like, just let her get into that school. She wants a new bag. She can have a new bag.
The bag is a real thing.
Real thing.
Molly's done the same thing going up into year 9.
Yeah.
And she's like, we don't have our school rucksacks now. And so already...
So you just carry books?
So now she's got like, it's like a... Like Longchamp, you know, that style. What would you call that?
Oh, yes, like a tote. Like
a tote. Because I was like, when we were in Dubai, I was like, maybe we get like a little... Like a Chloe, what? She was like, no, I don't want anything like that. So she's just seen
Sorry,
one
hang
on
on.
Next.
Hang on. You were in Dubai and you offered to buy your daughter a Chloe bag?
Because all the fakes over there.
Oh, right. I thought you were like going to buy her an actual
I was
Chloe.
gonna get a fakey.
No, you were just going to fund terrorism. That's fine.
Yeah, cool. So actually was so tempted and didn't buy anything.
I know.
And the stuff I got sent, honestly.
I know you are
Someone went to me,
tempted.
do you want the bag man? I went, what does that mean over here?
The what?
The bag man.
Oh, I
Do you
thought
want
you said the bank man.
No, the bag man. And I was like, that means a different thing in London. So anyway, I was like, okay, cool. So I was like, I looked at it all and then I just went, no, I've got a thing about fakes. I'll be honest with you, because my mum, when we lived in Tenerife, had all the fake Louis Vuittons.
Yeah.
So I just was like, it gives me the ick a bit, fakes.
Yeah.
I feel like...
I know what you mean.
I feel...
Back in the day, I've done it.
I just feel better. And like when it's something that's... It's ridiculous that something's even worth that much money.
Well, it probably isn't worth that, but they sell it for that much money.
What they sell it... Exactly. So it's pathetic, but... If I've paid for that myself or whatever,
it's a little gift.
Or it's been given to me.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I feel like I'm in something. I'm wearing something nice. It makes me feel better, which again is something to unpack.
Well, it's also like I earned this. You know, I bought myself a Chloe bag, the tote, which I love.
Yeah.
And it was ridiculous. It was like £700 or something ridiculous. Obviously, I didn't tell Jimmy. I think I might have even told him it was a fake, and which he was delighted about.
Better that you fund terrorism.
But I was proud. I was like, do you know what? I've been able to buy this myself. Went to Selfridges. It all came beautifully wrapped.
The whole experience.
It is something special that it's fine if you're not into bags or whatever. Like, I get it. But every now and again, and I bought a pair of, I got another paycheck in. I bought a pair of Valentino Rockstar sandals.
They are the best sandals you have ever bought. Ever.
They're comfortable. They go with everything.
Mm-hmm.
They are stylish as fuck. Mm-hmm. I will spend that £700 over and over again if I had to.
Yeah.
The
bag,
best.
the Chloe bag?
Yeah, love it. Although it got a bit dirty because it's beige.
Yeah.
And I thought, I'll just give it a go.
Oh,
so
God.
I got like the fairy liquid in the toothbrush out. And it's fine, but I probably should have taken it to a dry cleaners.
Yeah, I left a Satsuma inside a lovely mulberry bag and that didn't end well.
Anyway, listen, moving on from bags. Good news is, went to this Q&A with the head teacher. First question I asked, but I'm like, hand straight up. Front row, hand straight up. If I don't sit on the front row, I can't concentrate. Where any kind of meeting that I'm in, I have to be on the front row.
Really?
Otherwise, I'm not away with the fairies.
That's hilarious.
Go on. And it was on the front row, hand goes up, and I was like, listen, talk to me about smartphones, because my kids hate me. She's got a Nokia folding flip thing, and all I hear whenever I put it out on Instagram, like they're not having smartphones, everybody's like, yeah, wait till she gets to high school, they're going to need them. They use the apps for this, that, and the other. And I was like, is she going to need one? Are you relying on apps for anything? He was like, absolutely not. They're really into inclusivity. And he's like, we're just not going to do it. If we say that everybody has to have a tablet or a laptop or a thing, all of a sudden we're cutting out a huge part of the population that can't afford that shit. So we're not doing it. And I was like, so she's got a brick phone. He's like, brilliant. That's what we are encouraging. But I did hear a friend of mine made a really smart idea, which I'm really excited about. Once Billy's established and she's got a little group of friends, I'm going to try and convince all of their parents to get a landline fitted. And then I'm going to buy her one of those burger phones that she can have in her room.
Yes. Let's take it back.
Yeah, I think so.
Take it back to the old school.
I'm here for that. So anyway, she's off to high school and graduation in a couple of weeks. And
when did they start calling it high school? I thought it was an American thing.
Well, it's called high school.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God. Can we bleep out Thanks. Just... Honestly. So, yeah, that's me.
Yeah, well done. Thanks for sticking with us. We banged on about bags unnecessarily for about 15 minutes of that. Okay, I wrote this down in the script. I was like, if this is Netflix, you'd probably see a "Are you still watching?" sign by now.
I hate that judgy thing.
And I have to say, based on that last bit of conversation, that actually I had no idea it would go that way. But
also, who the fuck do you think you are, Netflix?
I know.
Because also, if I'm not still watching, then I'm probably not there to turn it off. I'm either asleep or I've gone.
I think it's quite good though. It's like a little check-in, going, "Hey, stop doom scrolling," kind of thing.
Oh, fuck off.
No.
It's my responsibility, not yours, Netflix.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Stop judging me. If I want to sit all day and watch Real Housewives, I'm going to sit all day. Actually, not on Netflix, but I'm going to sit all day and watch it. And you can shut up.
Oh God, I'd love to do that right now.
Right, this week's topic. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Quick intro from us today. I like it. This week's topic is... Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. You're never the only one who still hasn't confessed something to their parents.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Okay, so I've written my script, obviously, and I've said this isn't something I've experienced because I tell my parents everything. And in general, that's true. But then I realised there was one story that I haven't told them. So
I thought
wait
you
for the end.
based it on this. I thought you based it on a story. I was waiting to hear like a good
Well,
story.
now I've got one.
Okay.
Okay, but I have always generally told them everything. Even when they definitely didn't want to know. I remember when my dad was working for the local council, sorry, he'll be mad that I've said that he was the leader of the local council in Skipton, big drug problem in Skipton. And he was telling me that weed was a gateway drug to ending up in a crack den, darling.
Did he say that?
Yeah, and I decided to tell him that I'd been doing hard drugs for years and never once smoked weed.
Did you?
Yeah, and I thought I was helping.
How old were you?
19, 20.
19.
Yeah. I thought I was helping, adding a little bit of nuance to the situation, but it didn't go down very well. No. I told them when I'd lost my virginity. Again, that was unwanted information. Dad choked on his poached egg and Mum drove me to the doctors and put me on the pill.
Straight away.
I was 14. I asked my mum if I could get my belly button pierced. She said, absolutely not. Under no circumstances. I went straight out and did it and then called her to tell her I'd done it.
That's mad.
Yeah, I know. It's weird, isn't it? That being said, I did come up with something that, on reflection now, I don't know if I want to share, but we're going to share it.
Okay.
So I was 22.
Yeah. Do your parents listen to this?
No, because Dad can't work out how to start a podcast.
Oh, fantastic.
Honestly, it's brilliant. I'm like, Dad, all you have to do is go, Alexa, play You're Never the Only One.
Do you want him to listen to this? I don't know if I feel comfortable with your dad listening to this.
Oh, he'll be fine.
Really?
Yeah, anyway.
I could just never meet him or look him in the eye.
No, it's a big one. Okay, so Babe was 22 and my friend... I'd met a friend working in the summer in Switzerland. She's from Australia. Yeah. And she was a German teacher. And obviously their summer holidays were over Christmas. And she was bringing a load of her kids over to Germany over Christmas for like an exchange.
Yeah.
So
sorry, I zoned out a bit then. Sorry.
Okay, great. Are you back?
Sorry.
Are you back in the room?
I'm really tired.
What did you get stuck on?
I'm really tired today.
Where did you leave me?
You said something about Germany.
Right. So she's a German teacher in Australia. The girl. Right. I'll start again, shall I? Fucking hell.
Sorry, I had a sleep thief in my bed last night.
Are you ready?
Okay, I'm really concentrating hard now.
Okay, so I met a girl in Switzerland when we were working the summers, and she was Australian. And
Got
she was
it.
a German teacher. And because in Australia they have their summer holidays over Christmas and New Year.
Yeah.
Because they're in the other hemisphere.
Yeah.
Yeah? Still there? Still with me?
A lot of countries.
Yeah.
Okay, right, go on.
She was doing an exchange with her kids, so she came over to Berlin with a load of kids to go on exchange for Christmas and New Year.
Yeah.
So all the kids were deposited happily in their families.
Yeah.
And she's like, look, I'm free and I'm in Berlin over New Year by myself. Do you want to come? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Flew out to Berlin. The night before New Year's Eve, we did that epic failure of going out on a massive one. Went out for a few drinks. Bearing in mind, I don't speak any German. She speaks fluent German.
Yeah.
We're in a bar, we're drinking, we meet a guy. I remember he's got a bald head and a big watch. That's it. That's all I remember.
Yeah.
She's chatting away, blah, blah, blah. She looks at me and she goes, listen, this guy's got some drugs back at the house. Do you want to go do them? Obviously, I'm an addict. I was like, yeah, sure. I don't care. Whatever. Bring it. He's got some Coke. So I was like, okay, fine. So we go back and get some Coke. Next thing I know, he's handing me a cigarette. And I was like, oh, I'm all right for a cigarette, but like the gear would be great. And he was like, no, the gear's in there. So we smoked cocaine, which
is
crack.
So you were
which
smoking,
is crack.
You were smoking.
I mean, it was a posh way of doing crack.
You were smoking crack with a German teacher and a bald man with a big watch.
Yeah. in his flat. And nobody else
in Berlin
in the world knew where we were. It doesn't end there. So we were smoking crack. Not through a pipe, I hasten to add.
Hey.
You know. And anyway, next thing I know, we're in a threesome.
Oh my God, with the ball man with a big watch.
Ball man with a big watch.
Oh God, in my head he looked like, no.
We were in a threesome and we were so fucked up that I do remember a vague recollection of putting all of our contact details on his wall in Sharpie. It was awful. Anyway, then I remember about, I want to say like 9:30 in the morning. We were there all fucking night.
Oh my God.
At 9:30 in the morning.
And then it's New Year's Eve by this point.
Yeah, I started to drop. I was like, we need to get out of here. Like that real sense of like...
Oh, it's making me feel sick.
Yeah.
Oh, it's giving me the heebie-jeebies.
Anyway, so we left. And I remember like being on such a downer that we're standing on the metro platform tube. Like this is how down I was. And I was like, I could just jump in front of this train. Like it was that fucking dark. Anyway, I then called my mum sobbing from the hotel room.
Yeah.
Because they were driving to Spain. They went to Spain every year for the winter.
Yeah.
And I was like, you have to come and get me. Come and get me. She's like, we can't come and get you. I was like, you have to come and get me.
How old were you again?
About 22.
Okay.
And she went, listen, have you done anything illegal? I was like, no. Lie. Have you slept with anybody? No. Double lie. I've slept with 2 people at the same time. She's like, well, it's not that bad then. You'll be all right. And I hung up and I was like, this is I've never told them that story.
I know. The two things are basically were the
that
worst
was
things.
yeah. She was like, listen, if you've not done anything illegal and you haven't slept with anybody, you're fine. I was like, I'm not fine then. I am really far
Where
from
is that
fine.
metro?
Anyway, New Year's Eve was a bust. We decided I was in all sorts of trouble. Do not do crack.
Oh my God.
It is not good.
Oh, it's making me feel... Ugh.
So we decided that we couldn't stay in on New Year's Eve, which is foolish. Like, actually, I should have just stayed in bed, but we thought we'd go see a movie. Anyway, we got to the theatre and they were like, we're not showing any movies, it's New Year's Eve. Yeah. You fucking idiot. So I had like a glass of water sipping at the they had a little bar in the cinema. Sipping a glass of water. My friend was throwing down a beer. I don't know how she did it. And she was like, it's just the drugs. It's just the drugs. And I was like, I don't know if it is just the drugs. You know, I genuinely thought I'd broken myself.
Oh my God.
It's the biggest bust ever.
Oh.
Honestly, I don't think I've told many people that story. It's
How long did it take you to come back from that?
I think by the next day or so I was all right. You know, I was 22, I was bouncing back.
Also, you're so far away from your creature comfort. You're in another country.
That was it. I felt so...
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I never told my parents that.
Oh, and now you still want your dad to, like, ask Alexa?
I mean, there's no chance. There's no chance. You can't even put fucking paper in his own printer. We're fine.
I mean, I thought mine was bad, like hiding my belly button piercing from my dad for years. Actually, actually, I have got a story that I've...
Come on, then.
Do you want it?
Yeah. Do I want it? Are you joking?
So in the holidays, when I was living back in Tenerife...
Does the Pope shit in the woods?
Does the Pope shit in the woods?
Well, it's a mixture of the two. It's like, does the Pope have a balcony or does a bear shit in the woods? So you mix them up for comedy value.
And I had my dad had got me this moped, but it was like put together with fiberglass glue and
Bobby
gaffer
pins.
tape and it'd basically been used to carry bananas up and down the mountains. And my friends all who lived over there full time.
We're in Tenerife still.
We're in Tenerife, and they're like, "See, you're concentrating. Well done. Nice to have you here."
I can do 2 things at once.
I can't. And it's like, anyway, it was embarrassing enough, this thing, but when you pulled the throttle down on it, it didn't immediately move away. So you had to time it so that if you were trying to get a gap in the traffic, that you would put it down and then you'd have about a second.
Delay.
Problem is, if you're off the back of like quite a few sex on the beaches down on the Veronicas and you get on your moped with no helmet and
so drinking and driving.
You drink drive. Yeah, I'm like 17 at the time. And I pulled out, and this is if you ever went to Tenerife, I don't know if it's still the same now, but back in those days, in the 90s, you had a big long strip. Yeah. The Veronicas, where all the clubs are and the bars
like
and the
the
big
Playa de
McDonald's.
las Americas and all of that.
Exactly it there. And I pulled out and bam, I timed it wrong, hit by a taxi. Bike went flying up the road one way. I went down the other.
Did you have a helmet on?
No helmet. I had on this really slutty, tiny piece of material one might call a dress. From
Not
I
many
think
people,
I got it
though.
from Jane Norman or
Oh,
Morgan
Jane Norman.
or Cookeye.
Oh, where have they all
I
gone?
know, and it was like halter neck string, and then very short, and then underneath that, because the dress wasn't slushy enough, I had these
Crotchless
red
panties.
lace, like G-string on.
Great.
So
Yeah.
my bike's gone up there. I'm there, and I thought in my, you know, probably in the best mindset, not in the best mindset. I thought to myself, I'll just pretend to be dead. I'll pretend to be dead, and all this will go away, and all the people that I can start to hear crowding around me, and all the traffic that has stopped, that will all go. That will all go. And
If I lie here long enough, they'll just leave me alone.
I lay there, and then I kind of the realization hit when there was just a slight breeze, and I realised my entire dress was up, my tits were out.
Were you wearing a bra?
I wasn't wearing a bra. It was a halter neck. It was all there. So then I had to pretend to alive myself again.
Came back from the dead.
I did this. And did a
Thank God for all that Amdram.
Push the dress down. And then I was just like, I'm fine. And someone's there, and they've kind of got my bike, and the wheel's facing a different way from the handlebars, and someone's got the keys. And they're like, you're not going on your bike. And I'm like, I am fine. I literally just live up the road.
I'm just a bit pissed.
I'm fine. I mean, I was pretty sober by this, but I just wanted to get out of there as quick as I could. And the bike was so shit anyway. So I've got the handlebars facing to the side, the wheel facing straight ahead. And I'm like, I'm doing this by hook or by crook. And this guy was like, listen, just let me... I will come on but to make sure you get there safe. He probably wanted to. I mean, after seeing these bad boys,
right?
He wanted some of that.
I've seen them.
Yeah,
you know, I get it. He's only human.
He's only human, so he wanted to come on my wonky bike with
that's what she said.
With the slutty girl, and I was like, please, this can't get any worse. My bike is not going to move with you on it. And he's like, don't be ridiculous. I went, I swear. So then in front of everybody still standing there, I had to hold the ignition down, and the thing just went, yeah. And
just to prove how shit your bike was.
Just to prove how shit. And then he got off, and I went flying and carried on. And the bike was fucked. I was covered in scratches.
What did you tell your parents?
I basically managed to cover up everything like that for the rest of the holiday. Didn't let them see. My mum and dad were separated at that time, so I was just living with my dad, and he was so busy, kind of, bonking everything that moved. So I was like, kind of, managed to kind of cover it up. But never told them that, and I just said the bike. I said, I think someone hit it because
brilliant.
Yeah, and I found it on the floor like that.
I love all of that stuff.
Sorry,
I have
Daddy.
to say though, just before we get into the listener people stuff that they send in, I've got no words today. Jimmy and I have said to the girls, because my biggest fear is like when I think about some of the situations I got myself into.
Oh, God.
And then I didn't want to call my mum and dad because I thought I'd be in trouble.
Yeah.
So we've from the minute they were like getting themselves into sticky situations, we have said we have a no questions asked policy.
Okay.
So whenever the kids find themselves in a situation where they're like, fuck.
Right.
And then they think, I don't want to call mum and dad because I'll be in trouble. Call us. No questions asked. We'll come and get you.
Yeah.
We might ask some questions in the morning.
Yeah.
But I don't ever want my kids to be in a situation where they feel they can't call us.
Yeah.
For fear of getting into trouble.
But this is the thing. That's what I say as well. I don't want you to feel like, oh my God, I can't call mum and dad because what will they do?
Yes.
And I want them to be like, they'll know what to do.
Yes, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll bury the body. We'll do whatever.
Totally. Okay, so here we go. Confession number 1.
Excited.
My husband and I have never told our parents that we're married. But then she goes,
That is ridiculous. Are you kidding me?
no. She goes,
Why?
maybe not such a big confession. No, it's pretty big.
But
She
why?
said, we got married. If you shut up and listen.
Sorry,
I
I'm
can
gagging for it today.
She's gagging for it. We got married 22 years ago. 22 years of being married, not told. She said, we were at uni living together and had been for a year or so. And where we lived at the time, married couples could get a government grant if they were in full-time study. We basically went, you know what? Let's not be chumps who miss out on free cash. As good a reason to get married as any.
Yeah.
We'll get married in secret. And if it doesn't work out, we'll get divorced. No biggie. But you know that thing when you wait too long to correct someone who gets your name wrong, or you wait too long to get back to someone and the moment passes? Yeah, that sort of happened. We always meant to tell people or make up some shite about being in France on holiday and just spontaneously deciding to get married and announce it to everyone. but we sort of never got round to it. We've now been married so long, there's really no good moment to tell them. And I sort of think the parents, especially the in-laws, and she says, hi, mum-in-law, I'm looking at you, will just be offended. So, yeah, I wonder if I'm the only one. Have you ever got married in secret?
What? That is crazy, because they're still together.
Still together.
So now it's like, what a great story to
Like,
tell.
the lies must be endless when people are like, you never wanted to get married? They must be like, well, you know, we never really got, like...
And mums always want a wedding, don't
Yeah,
they?
well, I think that's the rub, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
like, well, but also... I mean, I get it. If they'd have done it straight away and gone, look, we actually got married last year, let's have a party. Great.
Yeah.
It is 22 years. 22 years.
Oh, that I think I would like you to confess, and I would like to hear what happens, please.
Yes,
We'd like
we
a
want to know.
follow-up, part 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
We want part 2, we want you to film it and send it in.
Definitely.
That'll go viral.
100%.
100%.
Handy P.
POV.
Yeah.
Telling our parents we've been married for 22 years.
We'll put it on our podcast Instagram.
Yeah, we will. Do it. Okay, so this one says, I've not confessed. For my 21st, my parents wanted to send me and my now husband away for a lovely weekend. We chose Amsterdam for its beautiful architecture and tulips. In reality, we loved a joint or 6 and just wanted to go and get high in the home of getting high, and it was fab. This is brilliant. I told my mum the tattoo I got whilst bunking off on an A-level revision day was temporary. I'm 43 and it's still there. I've never told her. I just make sure it's covered whenever I see her. My sister will probably see this. Rach, keep quiet. And that's from Rebecca Dallinger on Instagram. She didn't say a non, so
you just
I've outed
her.
you.
No, I reckon mum knows. I reckon there's no... That was like I was like with my belly button, and I like tried to cover it up, and then just for a moment, because it's a norm for you. I remember my dad, I was ironing something, and I just heard this voice from across the other side. Literally, he went, what is that?
Oh, God, it's
I know.
The thing is, though, I don't understand why parents got so mad about that. Like a piercing, a tattoo, I get it's permanent, whatever, but a piercing, I was always like, what's the fucking problem?
I don't know.
Just take it out. Also, we wouldn't have the joy of being able to squeeze the shit out of that hole. We talked about that last time. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Oh, I'm thinking about it now.
I know, me too. I think
excited.
mine's probably right.
Save it for later.
Yeah.
We can have a little party.
I could do it in your car because you won't notice the smell.
I've left all the windows open for when we get back.
It's not going to be enough.
I told you I've got a valet coming.
Yeah, that's not going to work either.
Tell me another story.
Okay, Anon. When I was in kindergarten, me and another kid touched each other's private parts. I
don't know why I'm laughing, sorry.
But I think that's quite normal, isn't it? I'll show you mine, you show me yours.
I feel like somebody just needs to get off that chest, and that was nothing to do with their parents not knowing.
Agreed. Anonymous again. That I was the one who ran the car off the pier.
Oh!
I want to know what pier. I want to know what car.
So many questions.
I want to know who you blamed. Who did you throw under that particular pier running car? Who was it? When I was a teenager, I got into an argument with my parents. I stormed off and punched a hole in my bedroom door and promptly covered it with a new poster. Over a decade later, I'm dreading the day that poster gets taken down.
I can't believe your parents have not taken that poster down already.
I went to boarding school at 11. Yeah. My mum and dad turned my bedroom into a B&B room the second I was out the door. They would have found that in a hot minute. Imagine.
I love the fact they're still hoping maybe you're going to come home.
Imagine coming home, though, from boarding school.
That's so
and
sweet.
being like, oh, yeah, you're in. And then they're also, this was the other thing, not only did I not have a bedroom anymore, but they used to be annoyed that they lost income on one room because I was home staying in one. Dad'd be like, oh, not working at full capacity now, are we?
Not this person's parents. They obviously love her.
Yeah, they're obviously doing that. Okay. Mm-hmm. My parents think that my wife is the first girl I ever dated. It's true. They also think she's the first girl I ever tried to date. Not true. 4 years before I met my wife... Oh, this is actually quite sad. 4 years before I met my wife, I met a girl who wound up being an amazing friend. We talked for months, music, hobbies, you name it. I finally worked up the nerve to ask her out on a date. We never got a chance to date because she died. Suddenly, a week before what was going to be our first date. The whole thing had me so rattled I couldn't bring myself to try again for a long time. Glad I did, though, or I never would have found my wife. For those few years, I'd get ridiculed by everyone and everything for being alone all the time, including by family. Nobody knew what happened. I actually didn't tell my wife until last year. We've been trying to start a family and struggling with it. My wife started mentioning potential baby names. One of the names she named happened to be the same name of the girl I knew many years ago. Not exactly a common name. I told her I couldn't and why, and she totally understood.
That's so bittersweet.
Isn't it?
That's really made me very emotional.
But it's also like, if you're being ribbed by your family and you know what I mean, and nobody knows what happened. And that's real trauma. And nobody's just lived with that by himself.
Thank you for sharing that with us as well. I hope you feel a little bit better of getting that off your chest as well.
Yeah, this one I obviously relate to, except that I talk about everything. I used to have a problem with alcohol, but I'm now 11 years sober. Anon that I skipped out on a week of college and followed My Chemical Romance on tour with my friend. That, and I'm pansexual.
No, just explain to me what the pansexual is.
I think it means everything.
There's so many.
It means everything, everyone, everywhere. I think it means it doesn't matter, whatever, if I
like
like
animals.
You. What?
Like everything you're saying.
No.
Like a candlestick or something. Like
No, like any variety of gender, sexuality, variations, it's all good. I think. Pansexual, pan means everything.
Right. Okay.
Am I right? Am I right?
know.
Am I wrong?
I
Might
don't
just do a
know.
quick Google on that.
As I say, we just pretend that
I'm
we're
very
experts on
cis
things on here.
heterosexual, so it's, I'll admit.
Unless you're at boarding school.
Unless I'm at boarding school. We never told that story, did we?
I know.
I think if I say Prince's Thunder, did you not remember me telling that story?
No.
Yeah.
If
Prince's Thunder was playing in a dormitory,
Yeah.
you knew what was going on. That was the calling sign. It was like the white sock on the doorknob.
Are you kidding?
No.
Speaking of socks,
Thunder.
that was how I used to get off.
Through that. What?
Like to get a pair of tennis socks and roll on them in my bed.
What, like rubbed against them?
Yeah.
You dry hump
I
socks?
told you I love dry humping.
Yeah, but socks.
Yeah, I just discovered it by accident one time when I hadn't put my laundry away. It was the best discovery ever.
Oh my God, I love that for you.
know.
It's like the girl version of the crusty sock.
My best
Did
friend.
you have a favourite pair of socks?
Yeah, just like the thick tennis socks because they were like a bigger ball.
Yes, I understand.
I think that's why I had that thing
big
about
pair
like
of hockey socks.
Yeah, I didn't play hockey.
But although they're a bit, you didn't play hockey.
No.
I just thought you were a hockey player. Do you do sports?
No sport.
No sport at all.
No.
Oh no, of course I've seen you running. You're
Can
right.
we even call
Can you
it
imagine
that?
playing you? No, we can't. Imagine you playing hockey with those arms. That stick just going fucking round and round. Can you imagine?
We weren't allowed to do sport at our school
Why?
in case we hurt ourselves because we were all dancing and singing and
Fucking hell.
rolling on socks.
Princess Precious over here, rolling on socks.
Just because
What?
I was at a vocational school, how does that make me precious?
Can't possibly play netball in case I break a nail.
I didn't make the rules.
It's true. But I think that's silly though.
All right, well, I agree.
This is great.
Go.
I haven't told my parents that I had a threesome with their best friends who also happened to be there.
Stop. Hold on a second.
I'll read it again so you're concentrating.
No.
I haven't told my parents that I had a threesome with their best
With-
friends who also happened to be their neighbours. My parents are extremely conservative and I don't think they'd even believe me if I tell them. I don't think you have to be extremely conservative to be a little bit uncomfortable with that. If my daughter...
Imagine doing something with your parents' friends.
I mean, they're in their 80s now, so that's weird.
Yeah, but even before.
Yeah, I'm imagining my daughter doing something with our friends.
Oh,
no,
no.
thank you.
Oh my
I know,
goodness.
but if she had to, I could tell you exactly which ones I would not let her anywhere near.
Also, I'm just thinking, if your parents are extremely conservative, they're probably not the best of friends. These are the other friends, are they?
Yeah, unless it's just like, maybe they're like some sort of weird Mormon and they've got this kink or something.
Yeah, or maybe they were just grooming you.
Yeah, like we don't have any information about ages or anything. We need more information.
That's just honestly absolutely shocking, but brilliant. Thank you.
It's brilliant. And when I was 13, I used to run this fight club. People would pay me to see 12 and 13-year-olds beat each other up. How good is that?
And you broke the first rule.
You do not talk about Fight Club.
Oh my God, why did I not put that in? So good. She says she's not good with it. She's great. Okay, stupid trip. at night when I was 16. I was staying at my family's rural holiday house, more like a cottage with my friend. Parents thought we'd spend the whole night there. It's in the middle of nowhere. But instead, we dressed up, drove nearly 30 kilometres on a moped. It's like you.
Yeah, that's what we used to do.
To a nearest train station, took a train to a bigger city about an hour and a half away. We had some drinks on us and went to chill outside of the bar at maybe midnight, 1 o'clock. We were minors, so we couldn't get it. We couldn't get in, so we just chatted with a guy who was well into his 20s, closer to 30 even, maybe. We joined him and another guy to their apartment. The things we do, like, do you know what I mean?
The
And there's
situations,
no
the stupid
fear,
situations
the
we put
stupid
ourselves in.
and there's no moment where we go, this is a really...
Yeah.
Anyway, we joined another guy at their apartment. Nothing bad happened, but God, how stupid was that and how bad it could have been when I think about it now. I think I even made out with the guy a bit and he even tried... Oh, my God, that reminds me of the time I made out with a red-headed 30-year-old in Stringfellows and I think I was probably only about 15.
Oh, my God. You see, we were talking about this in the other episode about the age gap, but at that age, you're like,
know.
I'm in here, I'm this age, your head is not.
Why was I in Stringfellows at 15?
I mean, so much to unpack there.
I don't know about you, but a guy who's almost 30, even thinking about sex with a 16-year-old seems wrong. Luckily, we just kissed and I deleted his number or blocked him or whatever you did before the times of WhatsApp. In the early morning, we took a train back and drove back to the cottage. I'm 26 years old now. We still reminisce about this every now and then with my friend, with a mix of amusement and horror, but I don't think I'll tell this to my family anytime soon. That, and I once drove my moped while drunk. This is you, isn't it? Nothing happened, but that must have been one of the most stupid things I've ever done. Never drink and drive, kids.
Absolutely.
This one says, I haven't told my parents that I don't believe in God. Never have, even since before they spent all that money sending me to Catholic school. When I was a kid, I was playing in the attic area of the workshop building behind our house. I really shouldn't have been playing around there, especially alone, as it was old and had broken junk around. Anyway, my foot slipped and I fell through the ceiling and landed directly on my back, knocked the wind out of me, but otherwise I was fine. I stopped playing around there after that and never told my parents because they would have made a big deal out of it. Even now I'm 30. The amount of things we did that we knew we shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
Like, I remember my best friend and I once decided that we were going to she had this really big house and a big attic space upstairs that was all like made into bedrooms. And we collected from the many, many bathrooms every loo roll.
Yeah.
And then we got as many buckets and big bowls and things as we can. We filled them with warm water and we put all the loo roll in there to make this like mush.
Yeah.
And then we threw it or covered the whole ceiling, every wall in one of these bedrooms, and had to have the whole fucking thing replastered.
Are you that's just crazy.
But that's what happens.
How
But we
old
was
were
8.
you?
Oh, we were primary school, like maybe like 11, 10, 11.
Oh.
But it's that 90s parenting thing, isn't it? Because like they
You just
didn't
left your own devices. Yeah.
So it was
Yeah.
their own fault, really.
Yeah.
We also decided in the same room that she had 2 massive bean bags, and we decided we were going to open them all, so we covered the whole room with those polystyrene balls.
They
Like,
are
we were like
nightmare.
It was like knee high,
Oh
room
my
like this
God.
size, and it was knee high with polystyrene balls.
Have you ever tried to hoover a polystyrene?
Yeah, there's no
they
getting
don't.
out. No.
They're like, nope, nope, nope,
Yeah.
nope, nope.
And then they stick to
Yeah.
you everywhere. What do they do, Emma? How do those polystyrene balls go?
You only get to enjoy that if you're watching.
Yeah. Do it again, though.
Nope, 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 nope. Not gonna catch me.
Oh, I love it.
What was I going to say? Have you ever done that thing where you said you're staying at a friend's house and they say they're staying at your house and then...
No, I was at boarding school and all that nonsense
In the
was happening.
holidays, though, you didn't do anything like that?
Well, no, because I lived in the Yorkshire Dales, so it was like if I was going somewhere, no. We did do things where we were like, I'm going to stay at like Antonia, my best friend. We're like, I'm staying at Antonia's, and then we would say, can you give us a lift to the park?
Yeah.
And then we'd go to the pub,
Right, okay.
and get shit-faced.
Yeah.
And then have to get back to the park to be picked up shit-faced and hope they didn't notice. And then they used to go, have you been smoking? And we'd say, no, we've just been standing downwind.
Yeah, around people that have been.
Yeah.
I remember the time, again in Tenerife, where me and my friend Sophie, our curfew was just so early, like 10:30 was supposed to be back. Everything's getting started, all kicking off then at 10:30
Totally.
in Veronica's and down in Las Americas. So we were like, right, fuck this. We always miss out on the fun. You say you're staying at mine. I'll say I'm staying at yours.
Yeah.
Then what we'll do is, we'll just go out for the night. It'll be great. I mean, of all the nights, I think we ended up going out. It was changeover day. It was empty. It was like a ghost town.
Oh, no.
And we were like, we can't go home.
No.
Like, what are we going to do? So we end up having to go back to the apartment block where I lived, and we had to go get underneath the tarpaulin. It was so cold as well. Like, it was like there's no sun, it's like freezing.
So you thought you were just going to be out all night?
Yeah. We
Oh,
thought we were
no.
going to be partying all night. And
Did
we
you
ended up
sleep on the
sleeping
beach?
under... No, we slept on sunbeds by the pool under the tarpaulin.
Did you get eaten alive by mosquitoes?
No,
'Cause
we were all right. And then I remember my dad used to do the markets in the
I've
morning.
remembered something else I've never told my
There
parents.
you go, it's all coming up now. And then I remember hearing his car leaving the car park. And it was the best sound, and I knew he was going off to the market early at 6. And then we just went upstairs into our house, and we were I just remember eating and so many digestive biscuits and tea, and just being like, I can't, we've survived. Never again.
When I just graduated from university, so I was about 21 maybe.
Yeah.
And I wasn't feeling great. I think I'd just been dumped.
Yeah.
And Dad said, look, why don't we go to the south of France, just the three of us, because, it might be nice. And I thought, okay, great. And we went to the hotel that I recently took my kids to. Yeah. And anyway, we sat there and I was doing it. And there was a guy who was working at the hotel.
How old were you?
21.
21, okay.
And obviously throughout the week, it was like, there was, on the last night,
Yeah.
he took me around the little path to the next beach along, where we ended up shagging.
Yeah.
I told you my body count was high. And I got eaten alive all over my body by sandflies.
Oh, no.
And in the middle of the night, because it wasn't probably about 3 o'clock in the morning, I woke up. I was 3 times the size. I was everywhere. I was on fire.
Oh, my God.
I had a temperature of 104. And my mum and dad were like, what were you doing out on the beach? And I was like, I was just journaling and writing. She's like, did they get in your clothes? I was like, it's not the only thing that got in my clothes. Anyway, we had to stop at a hospital on the way. I had to put me on an IV drip.
Oh, my God.
And I've never told them it was because I was fucking slutting it around on the beach with some guy who came from Calais. I wanted to say Dieppe, because do you remember that was in all the French, but it was Calais, of all the places in France.
Is that really shit?
Have you never been to Calais?
No.
It's really shit.
Is it?
It's basically just warehouses filled with booze.
Right.
That's it. It was rough. Not my finest moment. Funny the things you forget, isn't it? Let's see. Oh, this one's a sad one. I'm not sure whether or not my parents know that I was bullied relentlessly at high school. If they do know I was bullied, they for sure don't know the full extent of it. That scares the shit out of me. That's the sort of thing, it's when they go quiet, they don't tell you shit. Not me. This is brilliant. Not me, but my brother. Just going to throw him right under the bus. My dad got a new girlfriend when we were in high school, and and her daughter was my brother's friend. Basically, my brother and her daughter were sleeping together, and it all got pretty awkward when they found out they were going to be step-siblings.
Oh.
What? Technically,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, I suppose...
When does it get... Is that weird if step-siblings fall in love?
Well, no, I don't think it's that. I think it's if you're going to be kind of living together, isn't it? Like, if your mum and dad are going to be living together.
But if,
like,
that's it. I don't know. What happens if you're living together and 2 step-siblings who are not related
Yeah.
fall in love? It feels like it should be weird, but then I feel like...
If it's love, it's
Is
okay,
it?
I think. I mean, if it's love, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay. One of my friends thought my parents were my grandparents.
Oh.
Can you imagine?
I mean, that's probably our generation now, because we have them so late, don't we? In comparison.
God, don't say that.
No.
I'd be furious. I'd be fuming.
Like,
Oh,
for
well,
Botox.
the
What?
other day. So I went to pick up the girls from school,
Yeah.
and as I walked in, there was one of their friends, a lovely girl whose name I'm not going to say, keep it anonymous.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, darling, how are you? And she was like, yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you? And then went off, got the girls. And on the way back, this girl I'd been talking to said, can you just give me a lift home? She lives like 5 steps away. But I was like, yeah, of course. Gave a lift home. She said, do you know this girl that I was talking to? And I said, no, I don't know her. And she went, well, she doesn't like you. I was like, I'm sorry, what?
What?
She went, well, she said, oh, I can't bear her.
Is this
A
this
girl!
her age?
Yeah. And I said, well, what have I ever done? what have I ever done to her? And you know when you're like, I should be an adult. I'm not actually that annoyed about it. I was fuming.
Yeah.
I was fuming.
Because you want to know why.
I want to know why. She's like, oh, look at her hair. Look at that bun. To be fair, it was a shit bun. Like I had the, like the mum bun, but it was all over the place. But I just thought.
Sorry, she's judging you on your mum. Okay.
Anyway, I said to this girl, I said, next time I'm in school, you point this bitch out to me. I'm going to kill her with kindness.
Oh my God, have you done it yet?
Not yet, because I barely do any pickups and drop-offs. Graduation. I'm going to save it for graduation.
What are you going to say?
I don't know. I'm going to do it at the moment, but I'm just going to go up and introduce myself and just be really nice. Really nice. But to be fair, my daughter's friend, who was the one talking to her, just said, I told you, it was like you were like the person you always want around because you're really sweet and like you always big everybody up and I was like, yeah.
Yeah, that ego needed stroking, didn't it?
Didn't it? Especially after that.
Yeah.
Okay. A very good college friend failed a major class in her final semester in senior year, which was needed to graduate. Her parents were both doctors. Failing was not an option. Her degree was to be in nursing. Her parents and siblings were looking forward to travelling for the graduation ceremony. She quickly enrolled in a summer class to make up for failed classes and convinced the school to let her walk, as in allow her to walk across the stage and graduate, even though she didn't. She figured she'd tell her parents she was staying to work there in the summer and they'd never know she got her degree later. It worked. They came, celebrated, and she went home for a week, met her old boyfriend and cancelled the summer class. And you guessed it, 30 years later, still no degree. She told them she didn't like nursing and had told them the spelling on the diploma was messed up and would be mailed later. They did have a unique name, so she had all her bases covered. She ended up getting married, becoming a stay-at-home mum, and the family has not ever found out that she did not get a degree.
But they let her walk.
School, yeah.
Oh my God! So they think that.
So they think she's got a degree in nursing. That's an awkward one, isn't it? Imagine if you're on a plane.
You did uni, didn't you?
Yeah.
So if you got the picture with the the what do they call it, the mortarboard?
The mortarboard and the cape.
What is that all about?
I don't know. It's not. I didn't want to come back. I had to fly back from. I was working in Switzerland in the summer. I didn't want to come. I was like, it's fucking boring.
Yeah.
My mum and dad were like, "You're welcome."
Yeah.
I still went to university when it was free. You know,
Oh
they
my
had
God.
to pay.
Was it Polytechnics?
No, I didn't. I went to a Red Brick Uni. I went to a Russell Group University. They'll have, fucking Polytechnic. Not that there's anything wrong with Polytechnic. I mean, but like, fuck me. I went to Nottingham Uni, not Trent. We used to chant at the Derby cricket matches where Trent played the university. I didn't chant it. I didn't make this up, by the way. But the boys all used to chant, "Your dad works for my dad, do-da,
God.
There was a lot of like old Poly versus uni. Yeah, it was there. Anyway, but I still went for free. You didn't have to pay like £10,000 a year like you do now. But yeah, they were like, you are going to do that fucking photograph.
You've got the picture. Is it up in their house?
I was the only kid that went to university and I was the last one. So I suppose that was why. They were like, if one of my fucking children's going to university, we're going to get a photo.
And have you got it? Is it up in the house still?
I actually haven't seen it for a while. Yeah, maybe I think it's in the downstairs loo.
My dad's got it up on the wall.
Where did you go?
I went to drama school.
It's not university.
But you get a university degree out of it.
Did
so,
you?
Yeah.
In what?
Performing arts.
That's great.
Yeah, I know. What's coming?
Nothing.
Don't.
Not saying anything.
Anyway, my dad has got the picture up of me when I was, but the thing is, what I insisted...
And the scroll.
And the scroll. But I insisted on... And they had your parents in with you doing it.
Oh, yeah, we didn't get the official photograph.
Official photographer. And I was like... And because I was obsessed with the guy I was in at the time and I didn't feel like my mum was accepting him, I made a real point of having him in the picture. So now every time we go to my dad's, Johnny has to look at me.
What was his name?
Steve.
All right, Steve.
Me and my
Can we have a full name?
ex-boyfriend there with like... I'm not saying his full name. I'm not saying it. We'll talk about that next week, actually.
Oh,
yes.
Is it about Steve?
No, but interestingly, I think there's going to be a lot that comes up. Are you done with all your stories? Go great.
There's just one more.
On then.
I haven't told my parents that I was a private military contractor and pilot of an AH-64 Apache attack helicopter in Afghanistan and not working an office job in London.
Why?
Can you imagine? Well, because maybe he was like, they'll just freak the fuck out that I'm going to die. Imagine if you had died, though, and you died on that lie.
Oh, my God.
You'd be like, excuse me, sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Anonymous. We regret to inform you that your I don't know whether it's a man or a woman actually, but your daughter has been killed in combat. They'd be like, hang on a minute.
Oh, that's not a positive note.
She's supposed to be working at fucking office shoes in London.
I thought
Supposed
he was
to be
in
at BT in
thought
London.
He was in accounts.
Yeah, she's in banking. She's in HR. What?
Lovely. On that note,
Do you know what we didn't get? We didn't get any voice notes this week. Shame on you.
Maybe it's because it's confessing and they're worried. Maybe we need to get one of those voice coder things. What do you call them, Ben? What are they called when you disguise the voice?
Like they use on true crime documentaries.
Yeah, or we could just get you could write it and we'll get Kat to read it out in her Brian Blessed voice.
I can only say one sentence.
Go on again.
Jimmy, let me tell you about the time I was in Cats.
And she says that's her best impression.
Give me yours.
Some serious.
No, not Brian Blessed. Any impression.
I don't do impressions.
No, go on.
No.
Tucked up for a rainy day.
No, I'm going to think about that. I
Yeah.
will dwell on that.
Do it.
Yeah, I will.
Next week.
I'll come back firing.
Next week,
all cylinders.
You can do an impression. That would be a fun thing. Can people send us in voice notes of their impressions, their best impressions? Let's do that.
I love that.
We'll do that.
What? Let's do it. Here's how we're going to do it. Send it. We'll get it sent to Shell.
Yep.
And she has to keep them private.
And we have to guess who it is.
And we have to guess who it is.
We've just gamified it.
Yes.
I'm into it. Now it's a competition.
There you
Then
go.
can we have a scoreboard with
Yeah.
like Kat and Emma?
Yeah.
And every time I get one right, I get a little. And every time you get one right, you get a little. And then we see whoever gets the most marks wins.
Yes. I'm all over it. Love it, love it, love it. This is the kind of stuff that happens. If you have any ideas that you want us to do here on the show, if you want to have your say, if you want to share your stories, anything, as always, we are open books and we are here
Let's
ready
add
to
in
hear
some
from
questions as well. You want to send in any questions? We could do a little mini AMA.
What does AMA mean?
Oh, it's because you're not down with the kids.
What does it mean?
Ask me anything.
Ask me anything. I worked it out. My brain caught up with my...
I could see the fucking steam coming out your
The
ears.
excitement. Okay, so here are all the numbers. I haven't memorised them yet because it's me. So if you do want to send us a voice note or a message, we can take it on WhatsApp, which I think is probably the most popular way to do it. And the number for that is 07457 402 704. Kat likes me to tell you that you have to keep your voice notes to 90 seconds.
Everybody likes me. Nobody wants to hear you bang on for 4 minutes.
I mean, we can edit it though,
Yeah, but it's boring.
Yeah.
Let's just keep it concise or fuck off.
I mean, I just think it's less of you. Or, of course, you can Instagram us. You can DM us. I'm only joking. I love you.
I love you too.
At You're Never the Only One. Or if you like to email, you can also email us on you're never the only one @gmail.com. All the details will be in the show notes. And
don't misspell your. It's YOURE.
Pet peeve, this one.
It's not that. We miss out on emails.
Oh, really?
Well, I imagine so.
Maybe you should have made it a bit of an easier, maybe you could have just made it YN. Wouldn't that have made more sense?
Well, I tell you
if
what.
you shortened it
I tell you
at
what.
Gmail.
Next time, why don't you set some shit up? And take a little bit.
I still haven't even set up the OnlyFans, have I?
No, take a little bit of responsibility. We're still waiting for the OnlyFans account to be made.
Yeah.
This was season 2. Early on,
Yeah.
we were going to make a fortune out of selling our night sweats, boob
We were
sweats,
gonna give it to
nipple
charity,
hairs.
weren't we?
No, we're going to keep it.
Oh, I thought we were giving it to
this
charity.
podcast does not pay for itself yet. It's not a fucking endless train of money. I am not. Do I look like a tree on which money is growing?
I mean, today you do.
I actually am in green, right. And with that, we are done. But we will be back, of course, next week. Emma is in the topical driving seat.
Yes.
What are you talking about next week?
Oh, yes. Sorry. Yeah, we're talking about the one that got away the week after, aren't we? Sorry. So that's when we'll come back to my ex-boyfriend. I want to talk about catfishing. You're never the only one who's been catfished.
Oh.
And funny enough, my catfishing story is whilst I was actually with Steve, said ex-boyfriend.
Oh.
Segue.
It's like we almost planned it. All right, with that, we are done. We hope you have a wonderful week, and we will be here next week.
Sayonara.
You're Never the Only One is written and presented by Kat Sims and Emma Nicolay and produced by Radiant Management. Executive producers are Katie Ray and Parami Kodikara. Podcast operations are managed by Shell Regini, who also expertly takes care of the podcast social media. And our theme tune, Everybody Makes Mistakes, is written and performed by the band Hot Salad.
Everything's okay. Picking up after everyone else each and every day. When it feels that enough. spend on you. You're allowed to be happy too.